Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. It is Wednesday, August 28th at 11 a.m. here on the East Coast, but my special guest, Miss Stacy, is in the Central Time Zone over in Kentucky, so she's at 10 o'clock a.m. And I have a very special guest. She is a Reiki professional from CardinalAngel.com, and her name is Stacy, and I would like to introduce her to the PsyOps Cipher. Stacy, welcome. Thank you for joining me.
Hi, Zig. Thank you for having me. So excited to be here.
It is just such an honor to have you on, and just to have you on this show as on your presence. It's you do amazing work and highly respected, and I'm just glad you can join us this morning.
Thank you. It's nice to be able to spread the word and get this practice out to people. A lot of people don't know what Reiki is. And so, a lot of it is education and making people feel comfortable with what you're doing. So thank you for giving me this opportunity. Um, I have a business called Cardinal Angel, and I offer in-person and distance Reiki services as well as chakra balancing. I do animal Reiki, and I'm actually working on teaching classes and providing that also. Um, so yeah,
Wow, animal Reiki as well. That's amazing.
yeah, animals love it. It seems if people have their pets in the room while I'm doing it, the animals gravitate towards their owner and lay on them. They love it. Yeah, they feel the
Oh, that's
energy
so
too.
cool. Wow, that's amazing. So
Yeah.
that is basically, so what it is she has on her website, which is cardinalangel.com. That's right?
Yes, that's
Cardinalangel.com.
correct.
Okay,
Hmm.
and what you can do is that she offers consultation services if you want to know a little bit more about it, but on her website, and this is all about higher self-healing, and I really knew just a little bit about it through through this wonderful lady Marie who taught me yoga and the practice of yoga, and mentioned to me about the chakras and everything. I'm sure a lot of you know about your chakras and all that type of thing. And what she does is kind of cleanse and recalibrate, I guess, a lot of these chakras. Um, Literally through the phone or through online or through whatever medium you're using. And I had the opportunity to participate in one of her sessions last week, and it's just absolutely amazing. It's an ancient Japanese practice. That's where it started, right? Reiki. Is that correct, Stacy?
Yes, yes, it's a Japanese technique that is focused on stress reduction, relaxation. It it reduces pain for people. I've had people that have had pain with diverticulitis, kidney stones, and then after a session, headaches. It seems like it reduces their pain or makes it go away, which is amazing to have the instant result with that. And every time a session is completely different for people. Every time they have it seems to know what is best for the individual each time they have it done. So I find it as sort of a self practice, self care for people to do for themselves, just like they would
Mm.
taking a salt bath or taking a walk out in nature, um, and just getting that balance in your chakras can really make a big difference for yourself. And just having just that extra someone else to take care of you. We're supposed to be able to heal ourselves and take care of ourselves, but sometimes it's nice to have that for yourself too.
Absolutely, and I couldn't agree more. And everything you said is spot on. And heck, just putting your phone away for an hour is for actually for 10 minutes or a minute for some is quite an accomplishment. But So what you want to do basically before you have one of these sessions is be in a completely calm state of mind, basically in a in a room with on your. What I did was I closed my eyes and laid on my back and just didn't cross my legs. Right, you're not supposed to cross any
Yeah.
legs. Yep.
No arms or legs, and just be in a relaxed state. And if you could dim the lights, and I played peaceful music and just
Hmm.
explained where I was going to be at in the energy, so that helped you experience it, and connect better with the energy. As far as, okay, now I'm going to be, my hands are going to be on your head, or my hands are going to be around your eyes, and so you were able to connect with the energy better. And stay on the phone. And I did it with you through Telegram, but I do that also through Zoom, mostly for people that I don't know too. Or if they're not familiar with Zoom, if they're older individuals or something, I can just do it over with the telephone too.
Correct. So it's basically a frequency
Hmm.
healing is what it is. And
Yeah.
I know a lot of people out there that aren't really familiar with a lot of the holistic side of healing and this higher self healing, and it's newer to me. I would say I've cracked into it in the last 6 to 8 years, definitely more in the last four intensely. And through this experience that I had with Stacy, and those of you out there, you're like, oh, how can she heal you through the phone? How is that possible? Da, da, da. Well, maybe that's something, I don't know, you need to pray about and think in deeper about. But my experience with Stacy, and it literally, if you are in a state of like, it's like as if you're going to get a massage, right? You want to be peaceful, you want to be calm, you want to be hydrated and just focused on and relaxing on what she's saying. And it's almost literally like her voice does some type of, it was like I was laying on a cloud bubble. I couldn't, it was like I was lifted like off the floor, like not like literally, but that's how I was feeling as she was going through her practice. And it was just so relaxing, and it was like this trance of just peacefulness, joy, relaxation, anti-anxiety. I mean, somebody could have called me the worst name in the world, right as soon as I walked outside, and I would have been like, all right, later, dude. Like I was just such at peace, so
Yeah.
blissful. Because it did, and you, if you really like are in tune with your body, and you're really just, it's the music too in the background with the frequencies, and you're just focusing on Yeshua and Source and just all of the love and light gratitude as you're doing that. I'm sorry, I'm kind of going through my experience as well
No, that's
with
great
it.
because everybody has a different experience, and some people see visions, see colors. Some
Yes,
people just are just relaxed, right? Or they might actually feel their chakras moving in different spots. So yeah, and I think you even said you felt like I was massaging your brain, which I thought was kind of
absolutely.
funny.
No, it
Yeah.
literally was, because like she talks you through it as if, okay, I'm gonna move in between, I'm gonna put my hand on the back of your crown, on the back of the crown of your head, and as if like, someone was getting ready to massage it. And then she started like, explaining what she was doing, and I could just picture it in my head. And as I like just let go and just listened, and that's all I was thinking about, just listening to her. And it like literally felt like my brain was being massaged, like someone was inside of my skull, just like, it was just like all like love. That's just all I felt was love. I don't know how else to describe it, and I'm not over exaggerating at all. And when you said, the colors and everything, like we spoke about, my whole life I've seen auras around certain people at times, mainly blue, red, pink, some, but definitely during this time when you got down to certain chakras, like the colors I couldn't even describe.
Hmm.
Um, Beautiful. And again, folks, it was just you have to be in a certain mind frame, I guess, in order to understand a lot of this. But it's really not that hard. We're just so over confused and complicated with this
Yeah. I
white
think it's
coat.
just being open. Yeah,
Yeah,
just being open to it. Yeah.
people are a lot of people are afraid to jump into the holistic stuff because it's been, we've been so indoctrinated for this current modern medicine, the white coat mafia is what I call them, and things like that now. And I'm not saying that's all, they're all bad and everything, but I'm just saying now that this new world and what you're doing and many others, back to this holistic healing and back to Mother Gaia and what we need to do to heal ourselves as opposed to relying on these pills and these treatments and unnecessary things. Um, but this is an ancient practice, if I'm not wrong, right? This goes
Yeah.
back thousands and thousands of years. And if you go on to cardinalangel.com, Stacy has everything laid out about the practice of Reiki and opening up your chakras, and basically it's kind of like a form of hypnosis, and I don't say that in a bad way.
I,
Hypnosis,
yeah, I
a
wouldn't think of it as
trance.
hypnosis. Yeah, it's not really hypnosis though, because I'm not saying,
No,
okay, count down to three. It's not
right.
that either. But you automatically, intuitively know how to heal yourself. If you bump into your elbow, it's not funny. That's your funny bone, but you automatically know to touch it. You might rub it. You know to touch it. That it's like a form of making it feel better, right? It's an
Right.
automatic thing that you do. If you fall
Hmm.
down and scrape your knee, you probably touch your knee and rub on it because
Hmm.
you know that is a way of healing yourself. So it's like it's in us, and we just are trying to remember that is a way to help ourselves. So I'm
Yes.
energetically doing that for you by doing this for you through your chakras, and I do this for people in person also.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's something. I
Yeah.
mean, it really is amazing, and that's why I'm trying to like put this into a simple package for those that might not be as familiar on like the level that we're at. And I'm not trying to offend anybody or uh, like
Yeah.
what she does, what Stacy did to me that day just with one session out of and I can't tell you because it's like for me, my whole life, I've had like all these anomalies, and I hate to keep going back to me, but it's just so others can relate, I guess, in a way. Like, have you ever had that feeling where you're just cursed, where you just feel like there's something hanging above you, like some type of something, whatever, just leached onto you and is causing you all this bad luck or whatever you feel like, and a lot will say, well, you create your own luck and, it's just a coincidence and blah, 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 and through myself in my journey of awakening in the last 10 years, with my constant recommitment to Yeshua and Yahuwah, which is Jesus and God, for those of you that don't know, this is just an incredible way to really get into the love and light energy and to adapt and adjust into the new place that we're going. And I just can't wait because there's so many beautiful souls and so many beautiful humans like Stacy out here, like putting this back out into the universe, and people like myself that really need this because I have terrible anxiety, pain, manic trauma, PTSD, everything. And I'm sure all of us do, but like this really, really, really helped and put me at a state of ease. And it's not like it's been permanent, but I could feel the work she was doing, yes, through the phone telepathically, and it wasn't some type of magic seance hypnosis like you said. It's literal healing, and we know that. And to most people it would sound like hypnosis, but it's not. It's like I was like in this hypnotic state of being, I guess is what I want to say. I don't know
Mhm,
if
mhm.
that sounds right.
Right, right. But
But
it's a matter of, you're setting aside a time to, I'm gonna set this time, and this is going to be for me, right? Because we always think about, okay, I'm going to work on myself, and I'm going to do this. But if you actually set an appointment, right, and you're gonna set that you're really gonna do it now,
yeah,
right? And you're not gonna procrastinate and not do it, because it seems like, I don't know. For me, it always seemed, the day would get away from me. Uh, if I had, my children were young, it just seemed like, that's something else always took priority over myself, especially being a mom, when my children were younger, especially. I was definitely like the last on the list, and so working on myself. That if I had an appointment, though, I would definitely go get my hair cut if I had an appointment. So I
nails
think
done.
this helps. Yeah, this helps, making that time for yourself if you actually make an appointment for yourself too. Which is kind of funny.
Absolutely.
Make an appointment for your higher self, right?
Hmm.
And you
And
have to give your higher self a name. Say, "Oh, I made an appointment for, you know, Sally or Bob, whatever you want to call
yeah.
your higher self."
Right. Mr. Me, whatever. Exactly. And it's putting yourself first. And
Mhm.
it's like we had this discussion the other day, Stacy. And lady, I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, you can be the judge of this, but does she sound old enough to be a mom to you? To me, how many kids do you have again?
I just have one. I have one right now. Yeah,
One.
but
Yeah, one.
she's 21. So
Right. Yeah.
your children always are your top priority. I feel like.
Oh my goodness. And
Yeah.
I bet you're just an amazing mother, and God, I mean, she's so lucky to have you, and that's just
Thank
amazing.
you.
I'm sure I'm a big fan. In the short time that we've gotten to know ourselves through the Icons community and through Kathy and Sarge and Brad and everybody. And it's like I've been talking to a long lost sister that I've known my whole life, and here she
Um,
is. You
yeah.
know, and she just has this way of putting you at ease. Like I said, like you wouldn't think she has a 21-year-old daughter. By the way that she acts. I mean, she just sounds so young and cute and fresh and just like the person that you do want to talk to, like the mother on that side of the phone. And
Mhm.
not only that, she has abilities. How did you figure out that you had these powers? These, I wouldn't want to call them powers, I guess,
Well,
but
I mean, it was
yes, from
definitely
Yeshua.
something. It was definitely something I was doing even as a child. I mean, my mother would talk about, having a headache, and I would sit there and start rubbing on her head, um, and start making her feel better that way. I have a bachelor's degree in accounting also, and I worked at a hospice for probably 6 years, doing accounting there. But the social workers and stuff would see me, and they'd all be, "Oh, come, give me a back rub." They would want me to to rub them, and could see when they had a headache or didn't feel good. I could tell what it was they didn't feel good. So I could see stuff like that. And I just got a big calling in 2021 to go into healing modalities. So it was a big leap for me to leave that industry and start looking into different things. As far as, I mean, I looked at, sound frequency, tapping, which is like emotional freedom technique, and
Mhm.
just different things. And so I have those tools, in my tool belt now too, that I will talk to people about, as ways to help themselves, too. So, but I watched this. I will watch some hypnosis people too. I think they're really fascinating.
Mhm.
And this lady was, she was she was like talking to her higher self, and her higher self scanned her current body, and her it was weird. It was really weird because it was really confusing because she was having a conversation with her higher self. So she was like, is it okay if I heal, her higher self? She's talking to herself. Is it okay if I scan you and heal you? And her, but she's her current self is like, sure, go ahead. And so she starts doing this motion where she rubs her hands together, she blows in them real hard, and then she starts making like a motion like a couple of inches above her body, and then she pushes it away, and then she does this thing where she rubs her hands together, blows in them, and then right above her body a couple of inches, and then pushes the energy away, and then she's like, okay, I'm done now. And I thought, I can do that. And so the next time I felt a sore throat, like oh, I got that feeling that I'm gonna have a sore throat. Come on, if it doesn't go away, I'm gonna get a sinus infection. Just that feeling, and I started doing what I watched on that video, just around my
Uh-huh.
throat. And I did it several times. And then I did it a couple times throughout the day. And then it went away. I didn't have it anymore. And I thought, oh, this worked. So that's when I started looking more into Reiki and stuff. Yeah. I started getting my certifications for it. So
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure you being one with numbers in accounting, you're probably like looking at the risk to ratio. You're like, should I do this?
Oh
But
yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah,
It's a big,
but
and
definitely
it's, yeah.
so glad
Yeah.
that you did. And you said your hands become hot, right? With most
Oh,
patients, correct?
yeah. Most people, yeah. A lot of times, sometimes it was being, by the time I get to the heart chakra, my hands are super hot. But I've noticed even lately, it's almost immediately my hands are very, very hot the whole
Yeah,
time.
that's
Yeah.
what you told me during our
Uh-huh.
session too. Because
Mhm.
like when like years ago when y- when I first really started working on myself, as in because so many people, like if you have a drug or alcohol problem, will go into a rehab, and the rehab will promise them, okay, 30 days, 45 days, and boom, you'll be fine, no problem. Well, that's the biggest lie there ever was. And there's just so much mental, physical, and spiritual and emotional and physical things to go along with it to unpack. There's just no way in 30 days will that happen.
Right.
And through that time, so much stuff gets thrown at you, like holistic stuff, like you were talking about, the tapping and stuff. And I
Mhm.
learned that in some yoga sessions, and I'll be damned, you're right, it does work, especially certain pressure points, stretches.
Mhm.
Me, a big thing was learning how to heal myself, certain stretches, ways to basically become my own chiropractor,
Mhm.
and massage therapist as well, because I've always, like you said, I've always been very good with my hands. So a lot of I enjoy giving people, like, finding knots in people's back and like working them out if they let me. Usually they're like, oh, you're too rough or whatever, but I don't know, it's just like a gift. Like to me, I can tell when somebody's in pain and when, like, they have a certain thing in their back or they're not, and I can knot that out. And so as you get into this stuff where a person like Michael Jocko, who was in the CIA, and you talk about this astral projection where you can literally leave
Mhm.
your astral plane and go somewhere different on this dimension. And when you start talking about all this stuff to normal people that haven't heard of any of this, they think it sounds science fiction or wackadoo and whatever snake oil stuff, as we've been trained. Excuse me, I've been voice has been shot lately. We've been trained to just dismiss a lot of things that would seem impossible, but are very, very real, and this being one of them. And not only that, just my respect for so much Japanese medicine and their healing with muscles and their massages and the way that they do things. And then
Yeah.
to experience this was just a whole nother level.
And I do have to say, just to cover ourselves, that if you this is for informational, educational purposes, and only, and it should not serve as medical advice, or diagnosis. If you have a medical concern, please consult your health care provider or seek immediate medical treatment. And so this would be in addition to, right, which what you're already doing, not in not a substitution for what you're doing
Correct.
with your medical professional. So just want to put that out there too.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much because you're exactly right. Yes, do not stop anything cold turkey without consulting with a medical professional. Yes,
Yes.
this is simply for entertainment purposes only, opinions, and simply just something to think about. Definitely. And
Yes.
thank you for saving my butt there, Stacy.
You're welcome.
You see, and I'll tell you, that's just how professional she is. And again, she does it with animals, and you can book a session with her, a consultation, visit her website, learn all you need to know about Reiki and opening and cleansing your chakras. It's holistic healing, higher self healing. She is on Telegram at Higher Self Healing, and you can find her on her link tree at Cardinal Angel, which will give you links to all of her Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and everything else she is on. So, is there any other things that I'm missing on how to get a hold of you, Stacy?
I think that's it. And my website has the all the links and stuff too on there.
Correct. Yes,
Yeah.
her website is beautiful. It is cardinalangel.com. And of course, I'm going to leave all the links and everything in the description, probably in the comments as well. I can't tell you, just the amount of gratitude I have for you for joining me today and coming on the show. And not only that, just doing our session that we did and explaining to me this practice more in depth. I had heard of it, but you really taught it well and made it really easy to understand. So
Thank you.
uh,
Thank you.
if there's any skeptics out there to them about this healing, oh, she can't really heal you through the phone or through the through frequency. What would you say to that?
Um, I mean, you're gonna have to try it, right? And I think if you're automatically coming into it as this is not gonna work, you're kind of blocking it, right? Automatically.
Mhm.
So I think you're gonna have to be open to it, to receive it. And I also want to caution you to, you want to be able to trust whoever you're going to be working with to do energy work with you. So you want to be trusting anyone to do energy work for you too, because you don't want anyone just to be doing that for you. So that's
Right.
why I offer people to have a consult with me also before they even
Mm.
do that. Hmm.
Yes. And like most of you know, it's very important you feel comfortable with, say, a personal trainer. You feel comfortable with a certain doctor. You feel comfortable with a certain lawyer. You feel comfortable with your vet, comfortable with whatever person that you use in your life to help you with. And like you said, you just don't want some random person that could be doing the opposite, because there's
Right,
duality in everything as well.
right.
And so
It's
just
all
be
about
very wary and
intention.
cautious.
Yeah, it's
Right. And
all
this
about
is
intention.
also, stepping out of our comfort zones and just really trying something new, like you said, treating yourself and putting yourself first, and not doing not like when I was going back to the whole you know um you know uh healing yourself from whether it's sugar, alcohol, any other substances. You've got to be willing to do other things to get better, things that didn't work before, because the definition of doing the same thing over and over again is insanity. And in order to fix a problem, you're going to have to step out of your comfort zone. and learn and do things that aren't really usual. And especially in this age where we're shifting into this new world of ways, well, not new, the old new ways that we're rediscovering of what we used to do, right?
Right,
And
right.
yeah, so just anything from just meditation, quiet time, not and anything not looking on the screen or multiple screens at the same time, prayer, meditation, stretching, yoga, whatever. Um, and then you start really becoming in tune with your body and healing, and you start feeling these chakras, and you start noticing the colors associated with these chakras. And then you do a little bit of research on Reiki, and you hear Stacy's voice and she tells you all about it, and you go through a quick little hour session, and you come out and it's like the antidepressant you've been looking for your whole life. And it's just like you're just smiling. I can't explain it. It's I'm not going to call it magic because that's disrespectful, but it's definitely a gift from Yeshua and what we co-creators are here to do with one another.
Yeah,
Heal and
absolutely.
help, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, I'm sure you have plenty to do today, and we're coming up on that time frame. And I just really, again, Stacey, cannot stress how much I appreciate you, and everything you do, and just our relationship we've developed over the last months. And I can't wait for the journey ahead. I really can't.
Awesome. Thank you for having me again.
Yes, and once again, ladies and gentlemen, I will put all the links to Cardinal Angel and Stacy and all her Reiki Master sessions. And once again, thank you for joining us. My name is Big Zig Zelenko. You are tuned in to the PSYOP Cipher. It is Wednesday, July or August 28th, 2024. Hopefully, getting closer to the fall of the fall of the fall of all falls. So. Stacy, is anything else you want to say before we check out?
No, love and light.
Yes, love you, love and light to you too, sister. Thank you for being a healer, a warrior, and very just you're just an amazing all around person. And just thank you for everything that you do in the Patriot community, the healing community, and just the source community. Yeah. So well, I hope you have a great rest of the day, and look forward to our next session for sure, and then our next podcast as well.
Awesome.
All right, Stacy. Have a great day. I will talk to you later.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
All right. Bye bye.